Hello everybody, my name is RPG and welcome back to Let's Play Shining Force 3. So now that I've retreated out the battle and used that quick chicken on Symbios, he's now the fastest character by far. We've got no new enemies yet, but we've got this mysterious, well I say mysterious, suspiciously empty open field that is absolutely not trapped. And a whole bunch of enemies that we've seen before in front of us. So I'm going to just charge Symbios straight across the field, into danger, and I'll deal with the repercussions of that in a little while. I'm going to try and get all my level 8 characters up to 9 if possible. So at the minute we've only got Symbios and Albright that are 9. And we should have plenty of XP available on this map. The Lizardmen and the Cerberuses are worth a good amount of XP still, so there shouldn't be too much trouble. Agane is still level 7, so he's going to be the focal character for now, just to start off with. Everyone else will just sort of move up and try and get into a nice clustered formation. There's no AoE that we need to worry about for now. There's no mages anywhere near us. There's one mage and one priest all the way off at the back, but we're not going to have to contend with them for a little while just yet. And as long as the Cerberuses don't use their special, no one's going to be really in too much danger. Especially not if they just both go for Symbios. And I'm hoping with the Phoenix Sword equipped, the amount of resistance he gains from that should help a little bit there. And he's not taking too much damage, so it's not really a big concern. Right, we can't get some of our slower characters in range just yet, but the beatdown can commence very soon. We'll move up right here, try and get those guys, the Lizardmen, to come and attack us. Right, against my better judgment, we're gonna play a little bit risky here, and we're gonna move Symbios here. Aha! There is a trap. So, as soon as it's done spawning these enemies for us, we'll have a look at what they are. So they're called stingworms apparently, and they are dangerous. How dangerous? We will find out in a moment. This must be the nefarious trap that they set. Well, I dare say there will be a queen among them now you've mentioned that they have queens. So if we have a look, they've got a really high amount of attack and a lot of defense. So we're going to have to be pretty careful now with keeping characters like exposed near them. And to be honest, Symbios is probably in a little bit of bother so far up, but we'll worry about that later. Ooh, we finally get a tier 3 special. This should do a pretty respectable amount of damage. Yeah, pretty much one shot on an enemy, I'd call that respectable. Hopefully we can get some more tier 3s out of people soon as well. I am kind of tempted. In fact, actually, yeah, let's do this. I'm going to Wendigo this guy and see if we can take him out in one. Because I think the Cerberuses might be weak to ice and water damage. And if not, it's going to absolutely cripple it. This is probably going to be the best thing we can do with Noon. For now. Because he doesn't have such a giant MP pool. That he can be a bit wasteful with his spells. We will have Masker in. Yeah, put that rod on. Smack him with that. I should give her the Volcanon wand, actually. I should give someone the Volcanon wand. I don't even know which character it went on. I think the Volcanon wand gives the Phoenix summon. So, it's one we've already got. But it's nice to have. Right. If we start pushing people up now. Oh, I would have liked Cyborg. Actually, Cyborg can throw a spear at him. Might as well get a little bit of damage in. Oh, so she's still got the Venom Blade. It does have Dark Resist on it. That's kind of nice, I guess. There aren't too many sources of dark damage in the game, though, so it's not really a huge problem. Or a massively useful item. Especially because the Phoenix Sword is just so much better that you're never really going to be in a situation where you want to be using that specifically. To be honest, I think I'm going to put Hayward here, moving up a little bit further. This Lizardman really should get dropped though before he gets a turn, with a bit of luck. I can't imagine Hayward's far off level 9 either. The other thing that's really useful about Agane and the ninjas in general is they've got a movement of 7, so it makes it really easy for them to keep up with everybody else. 3 defense, that's pretty nice. He's quite tanky already. Power Axe is useless, but can't have it all. I suppose actually, if nothing else, it's a little bit of free money. Right. So the only thing that is quite nice about the Stingworms is they've got really low movement. I think they've got a movement of 3, possibly 4 at best. Yeah, movement of 4, and then obviously they get slowed down by uneven terrain. So it's not too hard to kind of outpace them. It's the only saving grace for them, really. I kind of want Symbios to hit one just to find out how much damage he does to them, but before I do anything, I think I need to just top him up and make sure he's okay. Let's have Danterez move in here. See if we can start taking down these lizard men ready. They aren't a particularly threatening enemy at this point. Back when we first started encountering them, they were a little bit tougher than the mass monks, but very much not anymore. Right, how much damage do you do to these guys? So these can't be one-shot, at least not by Twin Wave. They're worth a lot of XP though. So our Symbios is still 2 levels ahead. To be brutally honest, oh, got another Stingworm popping in now. 2 new Stingworms popping in. From this point on, Symbios is probably going to be a level or 2 ahead of most people. Just by virtue of how ridiculously strong he is, and there's not a whole lot we could do about it. But it doesn't really matter. I've got a special job for Elder on this mission as well. So we're going to have to keep her in mind and make sure that she survives. Not that we're planning to let anybody die, but it's sort of very imperative that she survives. I can't get her in range to heal anybody. I think I want to try and put this to sleep. Because
can you beat my ninja technique?
I'm not sure I can get everybody over. And I think I'm fairly certain they're susceptible to this. Yeah. We can keep one asleep so that we don't get absolutely murdered by them. Because of how slow they are, we should be okay. Oh, I've still got a spear equipped. Forgot to change that. Let's see if Hayward can be an absolute hero and put this one to sleep. Well, no, but it's a big chunk of damage. I think it really shows how dangerous these are compared to most of the other enemies we fought that are really, really powerful characters that were absolutely wrecking, like the monks and the lizard men. They have a hard time even bringing them to half health. So I think Irene needs to get up and give Symbios a quick heal after this. That Stingworm's still asleep, that's brilliant. We're going to have to throw a hatchet, I think, this time. We'll have to get Albright a mithril hatchet, I think. He's going to deserve one. Gives him a nice ranged option. Right, Ratchet has still got his anchor equipped, so we will swap him back to the Buster Shot. I don't think he's going to do 25 damage to this, but it'll be nice and low if nothing else. Anybody else can now pick it off. Right, the Stingworms. Let's find out how much damage you do. Well, you do want Symbios, but that's somewhat to be expected. And it's not Symbios I'm worried about. They do also have a poison attack. They did mention that they've got really, really potent venom. I'm fairly certain their poison ticks for like 20 or something absolutely ridiculous. Right, let's see how much damage Hayward takes. Right, was that like 17? Yeah, 17. So we don't really want anybody else getting meleeed by them. Symbios is now blocked in by enemies, which is brilliant. It should be relatively easy pickings to take these down. He couldn't one-shot this, so he shouldn't one-shot it. Okay, now he might one-shot it. Only just so, I think. Yeah, just about. Still, even at level 10, he's getting 41 XP, so these stingworms are really high level. If you are so inclined, this battle is a pretty decent one to grind XP on. Because the stingworms are such a high level enemy, and I don't think they appear anywhere else apart from this battle. So you could probably conceivably, if you wanted to, like, clear the battle, apart from the monks at the back, then retreat, and just do that until you've got your whole squad up to like 11, 12, maybe even 13. There's no real need to though, so I won't be doing any more level grinding apart from at a specific point really close to the end. But I'll cover that when I get to it. And that's only really for a specific thing I'm planning to pull off at the end, and it's not necessary by any stretch of the means. The little bit of grinding I did at the end of chapter, or the beginning of chapter 4 was totally optional as well. Like you can very comfortably beat the whole game without needing to bother. I think I said I was going to heal, but I actually think I'm going to just punch this as a man to death instead. Seeing as we're on a roll. Oh, so she would have one-shot that. If it, or she could have one-shot that, so that's pretty nice to see. Right, Masquerade can't reach anything, unfortunately. Elder can have a go at the Harpy, because if I push her around and finish off the Stingworm, she might get hit by the other Stingworm, and that's really bad. So, kind of low damage there, unfortunately, but I suppose she is somewhat lacking in terms of a weapon at present. Right, this guy is... yeah, we'll kill this one. This should do it. It might be worth actually me having Hagane and Masquerade on sleep duty for this one, to be honest. I'll have to have a think about that as I clear more of it. Right, no, before I do anything else, you've still got a spear equipped. Let's put the halberd back on. Cyble's, ooh, special. Cyble's special at the minute is a bit low. Damage at the minute is a bit low, but it'll really go up once we get our new mithril weapon. Right. I suppose one thing that's nice about this is the stingworms drop antidote herbs, so if they do keep poisoning people, it's not a huge deal. Right, so the other thing that Panic can do is it can inflict Confuse. Confuse is much more annoying than Blind. It'll be really bad if he gets on Symbios. Fortunately, I don't think it's going to. Hayward does still need a heal, but I think nuking this Harpy is a bit more important. Drain Arrow would have been really nice there, to be honest. But the Harpy's asleep, so we can just pick it off at our leisure now. Alright, so the Stingworm has respawned. Grace can't get in range to detox, or antidote even. That's unfortunate. I've got to hope that I've got people with fairy powders on them. I should do. I'm fairly certain that I've got a lot of fairy powder dotted around across my characters. So I would like to think I'll be able to fix this problem. That one's respawned as well. So this is a problem for now. Because they take a while to kill and they're respawning on top of us. However, once we manage to kind of clear them and get away, their low movement means we should be alright. Upright, if you've got a fairy powder. Nope. Let's put your axe back on. 75 attack. Should do some pretty sweet damage to this. Yeah, I think with the special he come pretty close to one-shot in that. I don't think he actually could quite one-shot it, but it would be far off. Oh, Ratchet doesn't have one either. What he can do though is he can just... oh, the Harpy's asleep. I shouldn't have bothered. Well, it's dead and out of the way. Starting to get worried about Cybele. Alright, hopefully this isn't poison. long as I keep just sitting there and slapping him, we should be okay. And he's still in range where a heal will top him up straight away. Our Cyball doesn't take too much damage from them. That's not too bad. Is this one on full health? Yeah. Let's have Symbios go over here and hit this one. That'll do. He's probably going to hit level 11 just from hitting stingworms at this rate. Right. I think you might have one. Yeah, you do. Perfect. And you've got the Vulcan on one for future reference. Right, if we get rid of that confusion. Now we don't have to worry about Cyball killing herself or anybody else. Right. Let's get rid of the Harpy next. Let's just be wasteful on Wendigo to death, just to make sure.
Come, Wendigo.
And after this, we won't have to worry about any more confusion. There's no Cerberuses, so we don't have to care about the Flame Breath. We've just got to worry about the Stingworms and how hard they hit. And conceivably, because they're so slow, it shouldn't be a huge issue. Well, I would like to think Masculine will do 9 damage to one. Let's find out. I can't remember if they're weak to fire or not. We'll find out. I killed it. 22, so that's a decent whack of damage. Right, Eldar. I actually have a job for you, Eldar. So, I'll fly you over here so you can get a bit of damage in first. And then she'll be out of commission for a couple of turns. Oh, she really doesn't do very much damage to the Stingworms, though. Right, Irene. Now I want you to actually bother to heal Symbios. She might need to heal twice. But I think her healing is a little bit weaker than Grace's, but it's not really a big problem. Oh no, not really. She's fine. Right. You concern me because you take a lot of damage. But yeah, that worm won't get a turn. And then Cyball can tank a hit quite well. Yeah, this one's very dead. Pretty good level up as well. Let's grab that here. I'm noticing a lot of my characters aren't gaining very much in terms of attack. I'm thinking about it actually. I've still got the health bread from the golem. I'm not sure which character it's on, but I've got it. I'll have to use that after this battle now, I think. Ooh, Drain Arrow, so we'll finally get this to proc. Or proc, rather. Whatever damage it does, Hayward heals himself for half of it, so it comes in really, really nice when he's taking a bit of damage. He hadn't taken any there, unfortunately, but can't win them all. I think what I want to do here... which one of these is the one with... let's use Tornado. 12. Actually, no, we're going to heal. Because I'm honestly not convinced that she'll do 12 damage with that. So, we'll let someone else hit it and more or less guarantee the kill. Hopefully like Ratchet or someone. Right, so that one's just respawned again. I'm hoping now this one won't respawn just yet, so we'll have time to run away. Oh, Ratchet's a 9. I suppose alternatively I could use Agony to put to sleep. Right, he shouldn't take 20 damage though, so we should be okay. This might do 20 damage. Nope. Right, he definitely needs a heal though or he's dead. Right, respawn straight away, fantastic. Okay, so Symbios takes 5 bonus damage from that, basically. And then the poison kicks in. Pretty lucky that that didn't go for Hagane, already been dead. Right, this is getting problematic now. Right, we'll cure his poison, and then we'll just put it to sleep and run, and deal with one of them. Otherwise we're going to just be stuck here forever. See, I can't cure Symbios' poison either. And we'll see why that's a problem in a moment. Got this one nice and softened up, ready for Masquerade to pick off, but... 18 poison damage. Ah! So we got the Queen Worm to pop up now. I'm not too sure why that's just popped up out of nowhere there, but... we'll go and have a look at it in a second then. She's going to be very dangerous. And of course, she's flanked by a bunch of stingworms as well. Right, so we go check her out. 60 attack, 41 defense, 220 health. She is a massive step up over everything else we've fought so far. She does have really low agility, really low luck, and really low movement though, like the other stingworms. So, we've got a little bit of time to go kind of get over to her and deal with her. To be honest, I think I'm better off moving Danterez up here and picking this one off. Or trying to pick it off. Because if I'm going to sleep one of the ones down there anyway, it's not going to get another turn. Well, I mean it will, but it'll be asleep, so it's not a problem. Noon, if you... Actually, do you have any items? Oh, you got a healing drop. Yeah, heal Elder. Oh, actually, wait, no. Antidote Herb Elder, because that way I can use her for her basically her special mission on this one. Otherwise, she'll just kill herself with poison. Right. Irene, you need to cure Symbios' poison before he dies to it. I think that's everybody unpoisoned. I know Hagane's still really low though, so I do need to heal him back up. But I'll deal with that in a moment. Right, Masquerade. I think that worm might be able to reach her, but I think she's also powerful enough that she won't take 40 damage from a single hit. So she should be okay. And it's quite nice, to be honest, that we can just mop them up using just Blaze 1. It means I can conserve all of her mana to just blow it all on the boss. Right, Elder, you need to go over here. Well, I suppose you could have cured herself with that, but just hold there for now, for reasons that become apparent in a bit. To be honest, I'm going to leave Cybor here. I think. For now.
Get ready.
I'm going to try and put the bottom one to sleep. That one should be able to be finished off relatively handily. Right. Oh, I don't really like leaving you with just... You can't heal yourself anyway. Try and put this guy to sleep.
Can you beat my
They have such
ninja
low luck
technique?
that conceivably it shouldn't miss. Oh, okay. Never mind then. Brilliant. Hey, would you try and put it to sleep, please? Well, you're slightly more successful at this than Agane is, at least. To be honest, ideally there we would have been able to put them both to sleep, but this will have to do. Right, Grace, you can now heal Agane back up. This won't heal him to full, but it'll get him out of the danger zone. I can always throw a second heal on him if need be. I am still a little bit worried about those mages, though. I'm going to throw down some pretty serious hurt. Yeah, I'll just heal her back up after this. Right, one of them's asleep. I don't think Ratchet can do 24 damage, unfortunately. It'd be sweet if he gets a special and does. Oh, please do 24. That would be awesome. Yep, that'll do. Well done, Ratchet. And then hopefully that one won't respawn just yet. Or, I mean, or it could respawn. It's like immediately. Never mind. But we should be able to just kill this one off again. And then have everyone start moving away. And we'll leave the one that's asleep. Is this guy on full health? Yep, he is. Okay. I'm going to heal Symbios. I think. Because the priest and all that nonsense are going to come just run down and hit him. And he's the one that's going to get hit with all the damage, so... With the Stingworm out of the way, we haven't got to worry about Masquerade getting picked off. So I can just move her down a bit. If she's got a herb, I'll heal her, get her to heal herself. Right, noon. I would like to think that your free spell is going to do 17 damage to this. We'll find out.
Now bear my Arctic Blast.
If not, I guess we've got Throwing Stars. Perfect. Now, because that one's asleep, we'll just start moving people away from it. Right, Masquerade can go down here. I'm not using a potion on that. That's an absolute waste. Right, Elder. It's got one job here, and that is to inspect these trees. For whatever reason, her best weapon in the game is in those trees. And by best weapon, I mean like actually proper full-on best weapon. It's more powerful than even all of the mithril gear you can craft for her. So she's now sorted for the rest of the game. For out of interest as well, or for reference rather, once she's promoted, she actually can equip swords. So she could have Symbiosis like Phoenix Sword if I found him something else, but generally speaking, she's better off just being trained up with the wings instead. Now, have you got a herb? No. Oh well. Do you have a herb? Nope. I'll just move everybody away. Yeah, there we go. That's got him baited forward. So he's dead now next turn. And the priest with Blaze actually is a lot less dangerous than I thought. So, not really a huge deal. I'll be honest, I think the Phoenix Sword is making a big difference there. Because it also gives resistance to wind. Right, he's awake now. But he's not going to be able to reach everybody, especially if I just move them now. As much as I don't want Symbios to just keep getting XP and murdering everything, this is a dangerous enemy, so we'll obliterate this one. Oh, and it lived, so that's good. Symbios is level 11 now, so now he really needs to calm down. Although I do know that Stingworm isn't respawning. I was going to see if I could do any healing with him, but it doesn't look like it. Masquerade still needs a heal. Irene can punch this guy to death. And then I can have Grace move in and start doing the healing. It's nice that would have one-shot if it hit. Doing a pretty good job of getting everybody a level up so far as well. Oh, Elder still needs a heal. Right, let's equip the Zero Wing and see the difference. So currently she's on 53 attack and 35 defense with the Silver Wing. The Zero Wing gives her only 1 extra defense, but it gives her 14 more attack, 5 extra counter, and a special. So that's going to be pretty sweet. You got any healing? Nope. So the Master Mage here is going for the controversial beat them with a stick strategy over any of its actually damaging spells. It is about as effective as you would expect. And now he can go to sleep. Oh, Hayward, I said now he was going to go to sleep. He let me down. Hayward really needs a mithril weapon as well, to be honest. You need to... Actually, Mastery needs a heal as well. So... Let's just use Aura. Technically, it's a bit of a waste because I'm only healing 2 people rather than 3, but whatever. I don't think in the grand scheme of things it really matters too much. Grace must be getting pretty close to level 9 now as well. Right, Symbios is going to need a heal though. Ratchet reach anybody? No. We've successfully manoeuvred everybody away from the stingworms. That's pretty nice. I thought that one was going to respawn forever as well, and it hasn't. I'm like 90% that you'll one-shot those, so don't bother. You're level 10 as well, so don't bother. Keep running away from that stingworm. Once it moves like another couple of tiles, that's when we'll kill it. Because then it'll be far enough away from the spawn that we won't have to deal with it just spawning instantly and having to fight it again. And that's all the casters dead. Right, Elder needs a heal. Let's park her next to Symbios. Yeah. Does Sagane still need a heal? No, he's good now. Right, Cyborg, wreck this guy.
Get ready.
Yep, this'll do it. Just about one shot. Oh, this is only worth 10 XP now as well. I suppose thinking about it, that is an enemy that we got introduced to way back at the end of Chapter 4. And we're now at the end of Chapter 5, so I guess it is a chapter-old enemy. Alright, we'll just use Aura again for efficiency. Well, not for efficiency really, but for pure speed. And then we just need to go tackle the boss and the stingworms over there. Much like the stingworms on that pocket off to the left at the start. The stingworms around the boss respawn, so... And I don't know if it's forever or if it's just there's a lot of them. But I'm certainly not going to be aiming to kill all of them and the boss because they are a real pain to try and deal with. I was sort of hoping I'd be able to lure some of them forwards, but no dice. Sort of tempted to have... Yeah, let's have Albright and Noon just kill these now. Oh, this one's already weak. Yeah, Albright, just kill it. And then we probably won't have to deal with this one coming up behind us again. Yeah, Albright, I think in terms of... considering I was going to bench Albright for Frank, I think Albright's really earned his place in the main party. Right, worth noting, the Queen Worm, its movement doesn't seem to be hindered, unlike the other worms. So we'll use Phoenix 2 for a laugh here, I think. Worth noting that it's got super high range. It's got the 3 range.
Rise,
Although it is only still a 1 AoE spell. But we really want to be casting a single target, ideally, like this. Let's see how much damage it does. Okay, well it does more than the stingworms have in health, so that's nice. 99! Okay, so they're weak to fire, I suppose that makes sense. We came really close there to breaking that 100 damage. If we start parking people sort of nearby. Okay, so that one still respawns for now. You know what would be kind of useful here actually? That support spell. The defense buff one. Right, so he's respawned, okay. Start pushing everybody up ready. Now, if this gets put back to sleep, that'll be ideal. Well, no, but this will do a whole bunch of damage and heal that 2 damage that he's missing. Also, it doesn't quite steal half, because he did 48 there and only healed 20. Right. Grace, I'm pretty sure you've got a wand that does the spell I'm after. Not a wand, an ank. Support, yeah, that's the one. Can you actually cast support too? Nope, only support 1. However, if I throw it... we'll throw that on you. And we'll get Danteres to do it with his lance. But I haven't really used spells and stuff on weapons very much yet. So I might as well get some use out of it. Although realistically, I suppose, the characters I'm currently buffing are not going to be in melee range. And if they are in melee range, I don't think it will really matter. They'll probably get one shot anyway. Right, that in theory means the Queen probably won't move forward. We'll have our Bright come back up again now. I don't think I can position him anywhere where he can hit for now, so stay off to one side. Right, the Queen's not going to move because he can't get in range. So we're going to have to push up by the looks of things. Oh, this is a bit of a risky endeavour. Oh, that was completely unnecessary. I didn't realise it was so low. Never mind. Let's find out how much damage this does. I wonder if she had the Volcan on wand, if she'd do as much damage with Phoenix as Symbios does. Right, I'll be honest. I think the best decision I can make here is charge. This should keep the Queen Worm in position. And she's a big fella. But not so big that we're not going to be able to take her down. I realise though, having done this, that I should have kept Symbios here until after I did this. So I want to use my equipment. Yeah, I want to use the Gale Lance because it lets me cast support too. It's got a really, really big AoE. I've already buffed Masquerin. And this basically catches everybody else. The only thing to be aware of when using a weapon like this is the weapon can become cracked. Once you do that, if you cast the spell again while it's cracked, you break the weapon. And that's really bad. If a weapon's cracked, it can be repaired in a weapon shop. That's what the repair option's for. We pretty much haven't used it up to this point. And realistically, we probably won't be using it at all anyway. Well, I'm smart, and just realised that I leant on my mute switch, so that's fantastic. we've missed the 20 seconds of riveting commentary there of me smacking a worm about. I'm going to try and put this guy back to sleep and just leave him.
Can you beat my ninja
And to be
technique?
honest, I might get Masker in to equip the sleep one to do the same thing. Because they're going to respawn more or less forever. So, I think this is a bit of a risky manoeuvre, putting Cybele here, but I want to try and get rid of this Stingworm. Close. Hopefully we can get a ranged attack in there just to make sure. Yeah, we'll kill that one. Well, I mean, it's probably going to respawn and take another turn anyway, but we tried, basically. One thing you can do with the respawning enemies is if you can actually put a character on their tile, it will stop them respawning. That's something that I'm probably going to do with Ratchet and Hayward once I get the opportunity. Did that worm behind us respawn? Yeah, but it's never going to reach us now. Alright, they should just home in on Symbios and try and kill him. Which is fine. Because he's in no danger of dying. That one respawned. Doesn't get a turn though. Right, the Queen attacks Symbios, that's fine. It also has poison. Doesn't do very much damage with it, but its poison will tick really hard. So I want me to cure that. Does Wendigo have, like, big range? No. Well, the only thing that I know that does is Spark. No, we won't bother. It's an absolute waste of his mana. I did just say I was going to try and put things to sleep, but I think annihilating things with damage is more entertaining than that, so we'll just continue the destruction and we'll just park characters on their spaces so they can't respawn. Down to res. I think you can come around and attack the Queen, because someone else can just kill that really, really low HP regular worm. Even though she's got a lot of health, she's taking a real beating from our characters, so... Do you have any way of killing poison? You do. Perfect. So when it's Symbios' turn next, he won't take, like, 400 damage from poison. So that's pretty nice. Right, Eldar. You are a prime candidate for taking this worm out. Especially now, you should do pretty decent damage now with your weapon. Yeah, so you do 25 now. It's not a huge amount, but it's an improvement. And she's finally learned her final special as well. I think Bloody Spin works very similar to Drain Arrow in that it's a lifesteal attack. It's really, really useful though. I really want to see Mirage dance it, see exactly how much damage he'll do, but I'm not sure we're going to get that. Right, Cybele, you might as well hit this guy again. To be honest, actually, I should probably just focus the Queen down. I'm not sure why I attacked that. It was such good XP though, it's really tempting. That one's asleep. See if we can put this one to sleep as well. Nope. I would get a Haganate to try, but he's out of MP. I think sleep costs 6, so he can't. He might be able to kill it though with a bit of luck. Nope. He must be getting pretty close to level 9 though. And Grace is level 9. And importantly, that enemy is really low. So... And it's weak to Blaze. Oh, I shouldn't get Blaze level 1, that's kind of adorable. I wonder if the spell level you get from the equipped weapons is based on your proficiency. In fact, that would make sense. I always thought it was based on character level, but Proficiency makes a lot of sense, actually, especially because they only go up to level 3. Right, that one's going to respawn. And then not going to turn. Yeah, let's just bring the queen down. We're pretty much home clear. Unless it turns around and absolutely annihilates somebody. Upright can't reach the queen. Well, I mean, he can with his hatchet, but I'd rather him just absolutely smash this thing's head in. We've got enough characters in range of the queen. Right, that one woke up. That one gets a turn and hits Eldar. This will be a problem if the queen could move, but she can't. Oh, actually, it didn't do as much damage as I thought it would. That one just respawns. That one's never going to reach us. Right, we're going to get a special out of her. Yep, poison again. She does have a second special. It's Acid Breath. It's similar to the Hydra's. But it's not really a problem. Let's Wendigo this guy.
Come, Wendigo.
It's going to drop, I think, the queen before he gets another action now, so we might as well just get the last little remnants of XP that we can. We've got some really tough battles coming up, so we need all the help we can get. So Noon's finally got the Freeze 3. Freeze 3 is notable because it has increased range, so it's got 3 range, unlike Blaze, which never gets that. So it's pretty useful for that, if nothing else. Masquerade. Can you... Yeah, hit the Stingworm. That way, like, maybe Elder can kill it or something. Or someone next to it can shank it. I'm starting to think that maybe I should have left someone down there killing that other worm over and over and over. To see if they do ever stop respawning. But I think this is probably for the best and less tedious. To be honest, Symbios and Dantrez might just take it out this turn. I'll support... Oh, that's why everyone's taking so little damage. It's because I buffed them up.
You're late.
Well, at least this worm's dead. That's pretty neat. So she did 25 with a regular hit, but like 41 with the special. I'll take it. Yeah, her support's worn off now. Yeah, we need to end this now, I think. Well, she's so low that anything will take her out at this point, pretty much. Let's have Irene run around and punch her in the back of the head. If she does a special, she should kill this. If she doesn't, she might anyway. Well, it's now low enough that pretty much anyone can kill it. Right, that one respawned. I think I want to give this kill to Grace. So Haywood could shoot this. Oh, and we got Haywood to level 10 as well, so that's quite nice. It's a good job I didn't just waste all that XP on getting him to kill the queen. Cybele, you can now hit this as well. Oh, she can reach, so Grace can reach the queen from where she is. That was the only thing I was a bit worried about.
Get ready.
This might kill it. Not quite, but nearly. Hagane should get a turn pretty soon. Yep, so he can kill this one. Hopefully this will get him to level 9. I think this extra round of actions and putting the kill on Grace has been pretty beneficial here. Whole lot of extra little bits of XP that we wouldn't have got otherwise. That one respawns, not a problem. Right, Grace, you need to do 2 damage. And I think this is a pretty good way to end the battle. Even if she can only manage a meager 9, she's still taking it down. What's she drop? A potion. Oh. Well, I'll be honest, as much as I would like a potion, all these special weapons are a bit more valuable, so we won't take the potion at all. Oh well. So, I'm going to leave this here, because after this we've got the epilogue to chapter 5 and the intro to chapter 6, and I would like that to be all in its own video instead of tacked on the end of here. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.